Hey everybody, welcome back to another Let's Play, and today we're going to be playing Mount and Blade Warband. So, I played a little half an hour to an hour, so I don't really know much to it, or what exactly we're supposed to do, but we shall see. So, welcome adventure to Mount and Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in a traditional medieval society, despite in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character, or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. That being said, since new don't really want a huge challenging early game, so I think we'll be a male. So, we're born years ago in a faraway land. Your father was a noble, merchant, warrior, hunter, nomad, thief. We'll be a noble guy. You came into the world a son of declining nobility, owning only the house in which they lived. However, despite your family's hardships, they afforded you a good education and trained you from childhood for the rigors of aristocracy and life at court. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a page at a nobleman's court, a craftsman apprentice, a shop assistant, a street urchin, a steppe child? We'll say a shop assistant. As a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed to a wealthy merchant, picking up the trade over years of working shops and driving caravans. You soon become adept at the art of buying low, selling high, and leaving the customer thinking they got the better deal. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You became a squire, a troubadour, a university student, a goods peddler, a smith, a game poacher. Go back. We'll say university student. We worked hard. We try to get a good education. Though the distinction felt sudden to you. Somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. You found yourself as a student in the university of one of the great cities, where you studied theology, philosophy, and medicine, but not all of your lessons were learned in the lecture halls. You may or may not have joined in with your fellows as they roamed the alleys in search of wine, woman, and a good fight. However, you certainly were able to observe how a broken jaw is set, or how angry townsmen can be persuaded to set down his club and accept cash compensation for the destruction of his shop. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision? Was personal revenge, a loss of a loved one, wanderlust, being forced out of your home, lust for money and power. We'll say personal revenge or loss of, we'll say the loss of a loved one. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. All you can say is that you couldn't bear to stay, not with the memories of those you loved so close and so painful. Perhaps your new life will let you forget your honor, or honor the name that you can no longer bear to speak. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. You have been awarded the right to carry a banner. Your banner will signify your status and bring your honor. Which banner do you want to choose? Well, what looks cool? I think we'll choose this one. What will the game saving policy be? We shall do realistic, no quitting without saving. Or allow me to, in terms of recording purposes, I'll do allow me to quit without saving. Just in case if I lose something, I can go back and redo it. Like if the video drops. Tutorial. Now enter your name and distribute your attribute, skill, and weapon points. You can click on various elements on the screen to learn how each one will affect your character. Well, not sure exactly what would be the best. We have 10 weapon points. I always like doing one-handed weapons. And maybe not that much. We'll go to 60. We'll do... Can it... Oops. Go 21. And we'll add... Okay, actually we'll go 60. And then put them archery. And then one more in one-hand weapons. So, not exactly sure what. First aid. Heroes regain 5% skill of hit points lost during mission. First aid seems important, you know. Get hurt. Improves your running speed. I want to be as athletic as possible. Not really sure if any of these, just clicking what seems good. Persuasion. Skill helps you make other people accept your point of view. Lowers the minimum relation needed to get NPC to it. Sure. People doing what we want's always good. Let's be a good leader. Get some iron flesh. What does that mean? Not enough to learn the skill. Oh, okay. So, what should do here first? So, we're gonna be strong guys. Let's put it all in strength. So we should probably look for strength ones like this one. So go to 3. I think first aid's still good. Leadership. Where's our athletics? And so I don't think we could click on ones that we don't have enough. So we could go that one, power strike, athletics, first aid. Oh, I think is yeah, first aid. And leadership, and we'll enter name. We'll call him Rubik's. Adjust your character's face using the button and the sliders. To rotate the head, click on it and drag the mouse. Alright. Let's get some... Like that beard. That just looks weird. That looks weirder. We'll go that. Hair color. Oh yeah. That sexy animal. We'll just do that. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power or glory. In the land which holds great dangers and even great opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key of your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, you join the caravan to Raven and the king. So I guess this chooses where we start. We'll just go to Swadia. You came by caravan through the heartland of Coloradia. Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are beginning to push through the dark soil of the rolling hills, and on the lower slopes of snow-capped mountains, herds of cattle and sheep are grazing on the spring grass. Occasionally, too, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the Swadian nobility. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness. You keep a wide berth of the forest where desperate men have taken refuge, and it is some relief when you crest a ridge and catch sight of the great port of Praven, its rooftops made golden by the last rays of the setting sun. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Praven and fall asleep quickly. However, you wake up before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end. The rasp of a blade sliding from a scabbard? So what happens? So, looks like we're finally in the game. We got our sexy Rubik's animal here. And I think we're gonna just end it here. First episode, just creating the guy. And the second episode, we'll actually get into the actual game. So, leave a comment below, like this video, share it with your friends, and thanks for watching.